شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا.
Good evening. Today is Monday, January 13, 2025. I'm Suleiman Talash and you are watching RTA News. Shir Muhammad Abbas Tanakzai, the political deputy of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, met with Ali Reza Begdali, Iranian ambassador to Kabul, in order to discuss solutions to the problems of Afghan refugees in Iran. In this meeting, Mr. Tanakzai expressed his hope that necessary facilities would be provided for the movement of Afghans to Iran and the resolution of the problems of refugees there. The Iranian ambassador emphasized the use of existing opportunities to further develop bilateral relations and added that political, economic, and cultural relations between the two countries will be further expanded. Maulavi Zabihullah Mujahid, the spokesperson for the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, emphasized the value of education in its acquisition in addition to the development of scientific insight in a speech to the students of Riyaz al-Ulum Madrasa in Kabul, which he said will enable us to compete with the world in every field. He also added that now is the time to prepare ourselves to protect the government so that religious policy and government policy are properly implemented by the people practically. Let's see more in this report. Maulavi Zabihullah Mujahid, the spokesperson for the Islamic Emirate, emphasized the value of religious and modern education and its acquisition during a speech at a religious school in Kabul. Mr. Mujahid added that the current and future war is based on technology and that we must equip ourselves with all kinds of sciences for change.
If we make Muslims understand technology as our enemy knows, even more than they do, we are obliged to you. Allah has commanded us. You have gained strength against them. Prepare yourself. This strength is gained through technology. Today, war is not with swords. In a few years, it will not be with guns. There will be cyber and technological wars. Everything will be about that. So how prepared you are for this?
Mr. Mujahid said that the scholars have provided this opportunity to establish an Islamic government, but we must prepare ourselves to protect it so that practically the religious policy and government policy are properly implemented by the people.
The people will live in prosperity. These people will be self-sufficient in terms of economy and security. They will be confident in themselves. They will be safe. On the social side, a prosperous, cultured and intelligent society will be created. And such a society will be created that takes into account all the aspects of Sharia and invites people to a happy life, provides you with facilities in the economic field, and develops you in the field of development. This is the duty of a political leader or political official.
He also made important recommendations to the students for a good future, social trust, and gaining better knowledge, and in general for protecting the government, governance, religious, and modern sciences, and developing talents. Sheikh Hamdullah Nomani, the Minister of Urban Development and Housing, met with Zhao Sheng, Chinese ambassador to Kabul, and discussed different projects related to this ministry. Mr. Nomani, referring to the political and economic relations between the two countries, added that both sides are committed to developing and strengthening these relations. On the other hand, the Chinese ambassador to Kabul requested that the conditions, facilities, and other issues related to investment in the new city of Kabul be clarified so that Chinese investors can invest in this project. The Ministry of Public Health says that the procurement activities have begun for the construction of general hospitals in 318 districts of the country, and procurement stages for 50 hospitals have been completed so far. Mullah Bakhtur Rahman Sharafat, the ministry's Deputy Minister for Finance and Administration, has assured complete transparency in this construction of these hospitals and said that their practical work will begin soon. According to the ministry, over 6 billion Afghans have been allocated for the construction of general hospitals in 318 country districts. Dr. Lutfullah Khairkhwa, Deputy Minister of Higher Education, during his official visit to Herat province, supervised the ongoing process of higher examinations of scholars, which have been in all provinces of the country. While supervising these examinations, he spoke with Herat University and the examination officials and said that the purpose of his visit to Herat province is to supervise the higher examinations so that the examination process can be conducted transparently and well managed as in the past. He added that the ministry always strives to provide the best facilities and amenities for the development and empowerment of scholars. More than 81 beggars in Aibak city who was recently identified by the Beggars Collection and Identification Committee consisting of the provincial government officials, the police headquarters, the Red Crescent Society and several other departments and have been provided with 10 items of food by the Counter Narcotics Department of the Samangan Provincial Police Headquarters. More details in this report.
In continuation of food and cash assistance for beggars in Aibak City, 81 beggars who were recently identified and biometrically scanned by the Counter-Narcotics Department of Samangan Provincial Police Headquarters have now been provided with 10 items of food and cash by the Counter-Narcotics Department of Samangan Provincial Police Headquarters.
We collected 221 beggars from Aibak City and the central districts of the province by the order of Amir al-Mu'minin Hafazahullah, the leader of the Islamic Emirate. We will continue this process until these beggars in the city and districts reach zero. And every month, we help these beggars with food worth 5,000 Afghanis. According to the decree of the Islamic Emirates leader, the beggars in Afghanistan should be collected and no one should be a beggar any longer and receive assistance. The officials of the Anti-Narcotics Department of Samangan Police Headquarters are trying to point out these beggars from Samangan province and districts of the province so that the process can continue and people in need can be helped.
Meanwhile, one of the beggars in Samangan province expresses his gratitude for the special attention of Islamic Emirate for assisting them in this cold season and receive this timely assistance.
We are happy with the Islamic Emirate that is helping the needy and poor people, and we want this help to continue.
This is while more than 100 beggars had previously been provided with 10 types of food items by the Counter-Narcotics Department of the Samangan Provincial Police Headquarters.
Nur Ahmad Agha, the General Director of the Afghanistan Bank, met with Ali Reza Begdali, the Iranian ambassador to Kabul, to discuss the development of banking and trade relations between the two countries and electronic banking. The Afghanistan Bank said that in this meeting, both sides considered the development of banking relations essential for increasing trade between Afghanistan and Iran and pledged comprehensive cooperation in this regard. The Ministry of Borders and Tribal Affairs says that Muhammad Ismail Ghaznavi, the deputy head of the ministry's border inspection and a member of the Commission for the Prevention of Usurpation, has traveled to Nimroz province with a delegation. The ministry adds that Mr. Ghaznavi, in a meeting with the Nimroz governor, stated that the purpose of his visit to the province is to verify and monitor the usurped civilian and emirate lands. At the same time, the governor of Nimroz has tasked the Provincial Committee for the Prevention of Usurpation to cooperate with the delegation in this regard. The Ghazni Provincial Police Headquarters has established a well-equipped motorcycle unit to ensure security on the Kabul-Kandahar highway, address traffic incidents, and address people's problems. The Ministry of Interior Affairs says that by establishing this unit, people's problems and traffic incidents will be addressed in a timely manner. And the final one is that the National Disaster Management Authority, in collaboration with partner institutions, has begun the process of distributing food and non-food assistance to more than 700 needy and affected families in Nangarhar, Nimroz, and Paktia provinces. According to local officials, this aid was distributed to deserving families in the presence of local officials and representatives of partner institutions. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا